Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lee. This is Reefer Explained. Today we're going to be doing a quick update on the Redsea E-260, the 69 gallon or 260 litres. It is the all-in-one, but it has the sump conversion, as you've seen these videos before. This is really on how things are running and doing since I've been away on vacation for the last 2 weeks. I came back yesterday and I wanted to do the video today with the lights on just to show you how it's doing. So as you can see, there is a film of algae on the glass. Not too bad, considering you can see the dusk in there, and through there it is a little bit hazy. So it will be time to replace the carbon and run that in the reactor. So I will be changing out the carbon today and cleaning the glass. All the fish are alive. They're doing well. They've been being fed from a ring here. So there is I don't know if you can see this, 1 second. Sorry, there is a ring above here, and there was an auto feeder here. Now some of the food was being dumped on here and not all going into this area, so I'm not sure how much they were getting fed, but luckily enough I set it for 2 feedings a day. And while I was away I had someone looking after the house, so I told them to dump some frozen food in, which I had separated beforehand, so they got an extra 3 doses of frozen food while I was away, so that was good. The tank itself, corals are doing really well. There's no nothing is died. I think it's done very well since my hands have been out the tank, which is really good. Colours are a little bit faded, and I would take this down to the fact that there is apparently 0 phosphates in the system. Now there is a bit of algae on the rock. You can see some little clumps, but nothing major. No green hair algae or anything or any craziness. And the corals are, the polyps and everything are out. And in fact this SPS one here has grown another arm to the left here. This one I'm zooming in on there. So nitrates are sitting around 5.6 on the Hannah checker. Phosphates are reading at 0, so I've dumped some phosphates in here, bring those elements back up. And I've dosed some manganese for the gonies and alves. And I did some Redsea AB+, some amino acids, because usually I pump them in every week, so they've been left for the last 2 weeks since I've been away, and that's all good. I think the pump needs cleaning because the flow seems a little bit calm, not as powerful as it was. The ATO bin worked very well. We came back to around 8 litres left roughly, but this is 24 litres. Pumped up a little bit more, maybe about 24 and a half. And then at the back I've got a 10 litre ATO connected. This did okay, but it made a lot of noise vibrating, because this is a different kind of plastic, crappy plastic. So I didn't like this at all. It did a purpose, but it was extremely noisy on the bin and vibrating. And also the pump came away from the bottom, so it didn't suck up all the water from the bottom there. So with an extra 10 litres, we're talking 34 litres. Yeah, came back with 8, so not too bad on there. Inside the sump, the skimmer is filthy because I haven't cleaned it out for 2 weeks. The neck is disgusting, and you can see all of that gunk coming out. Someone said on my video that well, it's really a remark saying that I was crazy, that the skimmer is not noisy and so forth. Now this skimmer is currently connected. You can see here this has come away from the actual housing, but that doesn't make any difference. These 2 holes here are where the air sucks through, and usually it's quite loud. I'm not going to take it off now because it's on there, but this is running to a CO2 scrubber at the back here, and that's why it's quiet, because I've got that on there. So the skimmer needs changing and the carbon needs changing, and there is some debris of kind of calcium build up here on this sensor on the reef mat, so that needs to be kind of cleaned off with a toothbrush. I will clean the sensor for the ATO as well, because I'm heading back into the office tomorrow. And I need to make up some more calcium, as running a little bit lower, but it's not a big deal, so that's all good. Also pH is dropped 8.28, so We'll see if this climbs back up today. If it doesn't, then I'll be changing out the CO2 media, which has been running for the last month. Everything else on the tank has been running pretty good. The overflow weir is keeping consistent, which is fine. These Redsea tanks, they seem to come away from the actual flow. So if we pull this down, this flow is a little bit more rapid than usual. If we just try and get in here, so you can see it gurgling a little bit on the emergency drain as it keeps the level, but it's fine. The fan kicked on a couple of times. We had a couple of days of heat, but that helped. And then I had an emergency fan underneath for that reason, which is just there. So I can turn this on with a Wi-Fi plug, and it's on a temperature control secondary here, so we're good there. This is connected via the app, so we're good here. So I could check in on that if I needed to, or restart it if needed, if it was shut off for any reason. So we are good. I'm setting up now for a water change. So just making up the fresh RO. I'm going to clean this glass first before I do any water changes. But everything in the system is alive, nothing's died. So successful trip away. So my key points would be, make sure you have a house sitter if possible. Make sure you have some automated systems. So for instance, automated as in like auto cut off, and we've got the float valve in the back there in case this was to overfill, so that's perfect. We've got the roller mat to roll out the debris. We've got a secondary fan just in case the other one didn't kick on or it wasn't keeping up. We've got a return pump that's automated, so we can check that. We've got a camera in the sump, so I could keep in a level on the eye on the level water level, so that's good. The only other thing is this camera down here is working, but it fell off here, so I've got some new 3ml sticky pads now, so I can see this level, because I couldn't see how much was left and it was giving me anxiety, so I got the person to come and stick that back on, so that was good. And make sure your dosing containers are topped up and that you have enough RO water for the entire trip. I think that's one of the main things that was really panicking me. But apart from that, this tank has been running on its own pretty well. All the fish are doing well. They're very hungry, so I'm going to feed them now. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.